No, I won't stop.
Yo, what is up everybody? This is FMSorcerer, and today we are going to be doing a theories video with FMSorcerer. Say what is up.
What's up, guys?
And today we are going to be making a theories video on why Mellori could possibly be the bat. So we're going to just roll into this, and we're actually going to go off and say why she possibly wouldn't be the bat, because, well, you know, you need two sides of a story. And I think the main reason definitely would be her name is literally Mellori, which means what? Little Raven or Raven, right?
Little Raven.
Yeah. And yeah, so I mean, that's like the main reason. And then I guess other reasons is there's other speculation of other people that could possibly be the bat.
Right, so Kyle and I, we were basically talking about this. We were coming up with some ideas and speculation and stuff. And we highly believe that Mellori could be the bat. But before we get into the evidence of why she could be, there is also, there's also interestingly, evidence that could mean she's not the bat. And you know, there's two other people, or three other people actually, who are, you know, who have been speculated in the past who could possibly be the bat, and those are Velma, the Shadow Scholar, Shane Von Shane, the bat here in Darkmoor, and Santiago, the dude from the end of Mirage. So, you know, when you think about like those three people, Mirage, you know, when you think about those three people, you know, there were actually like some serious like beliefs of them possibly being the bat, like before, you know, Mellori was kind of, you know, highly speculated, because Santiago, especially him, he leaves at the end of Mirage, and there's a cliffhanger, and he's definitely going to play a part in Imperia, because we know, you know, he leaves and he has this basically a message for our wizards where he's like, thank you for helping me, and we don't know what it was that he needed help with. Could have been evil, maybe it was good, maybe he'll end up being a good character, but right now we don't know. So he's definitely another possible person who could be the bat. The other, Velma, the Shadow Scholar, you know, a lot of people thought she was the bat. I actually did kind of think there were some possibilities of her being the bat, but when the new update came out, you know, or well, now it's not, but when they accidentally leaked the new update for the room, you know, for me that kind of defeated her possibly being the bat, because, you know, in the dialogue, like, you pay attention to it, I think she doesn't really seem that suspicious, really. I mean, she still could be, but for me that would be a big surprise. Like, that would really be a huge surprise to me. You know, before I thought maybe she is, because like we didn't know where she was missing, but now it's kind of like she's back and we know, okay, we got an update. Oh, she's fine, she's just doing this, she's just fishing, like she's just worried about fishing and Celestia and stuff. So that's for me why I don't think Velma is the bat anymore. I think she could be hunting the bat. I think that's definitely possible, and she's just not telling us or the scholars because she doesn't want us to tell the other people. I think that's a huge possibility, because I made like I said in a theory once, she looks like a bat hunter, so that's a possibility. And then the final one, Shane Von Shane, the vampire here in Darkmoor that we all know and hate. You know, I think he definitely could be the bat. I wouldn't be surprised, because, you know, he is a vampire. It would be really obvious if they just decided to go that route. But I don't think they will, mainly because I think there's more to it.
No, that'd be too much of a... It's not even a surprise. It'd be...
Yeah, it's too easy.
We'd just be like, oh, okay.
Yeah. So, like, you want to move into, like, how we think Mellori is the bat?
Yeah, so when we were what was it, Polaris or Mirage? I don't remember when we got the quest to go to Safaria.
That was Polaris, yeah.
Polaris. Okay, so when we went to Polaris, we had to do a story quest where it took us to Safaria to, I guess, save a guy in a cave. He's a little guy from Marleybone, and we had to fight a cave spider who was Grandfather Spider. And after we fought that cave spider and saved him, he told us about each and every child of Grandfather Spider. And when he told us about the bat, he gave a description of saying, like, now I'm not going to read straight off of exactly what it is, but he was pretty much saying that the bat is a master of illusion and subterfuge. And yeah, that's a pretty huge hit, because subterfuge pretty much means like somebody that is like a master of like deception and like tricking you. And as far as we know, Mellori has been a really tricky person in Mirage, especially.
Yeah, she definitely has been. So, like, if we look at the subterfuge word, you can really
Hmm.
break down this these sentences and
Hmm.
or not prophecy, but like the mini prophecy we got from the cave painting. And if
Yeah,
you
yeah.
break it down by each word, subterfuge, like Kyle said, that means deception. So, how would not Kyle, how would Mallory have deceived us? Well, she did in Polaris when we were visiting the Oracle. She went to talk to the Oracle by herself, and
Hmm.
she specifically asked our wizards not to come. She did it on her
Yeah,
own.
she told us to wait outside.
She was like, I don't even think, I think she wasn't supposed to talk to it in the first place. But either way,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, she went and she talked to it. So that's deception right there. When you try to deceive our wizard and, basically, go and do your own thing. Um,
Hmm.
the next part of the little mini prophecy is that the bat is a master of illusion and shape shifting.
Hmm.
And for me,
Yeah.
those two words definitely allude to the word disguise. Because Mallory, if she is the bat, she'd obviously be in a disguise because we know the bat would have a form. So
Oh
illusion
yeah.
right there, it means like she's playing off the look of a human being. We think she's just like our wizard, but in reality, she's not. She's able to shift into different shapes, and if she's a shapeshifter, then that probably means she's. Who's to say that she hasn't shifted into a different character in the storyline and pretended to be someone else, and we
Ooh.
just never knew.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
and
never
then
thought of that too, but yeah.
right, and then the last part of the mini prophecy that is really, the most interesting and most significant to Kyle and I is the heart as black as night thing. Because if you break that
Mm.
down and then you compare it to the big prophecy from Chrysalis, now Mallory was with Baba Yaga slash Grandmother Raven all this time. So if she is the bat, could that mean that she's not only the bat, but she's also Grandfather Spider's heart? And somehow, she's or maybe she's not the heart itself, but she's a key to it. And that would definitely make sense for the heart as black as night thing, because what is black as night? Well, you think about shadow, and shadow relates to Grandfather Spider, of course.
I actually think that she pretty much forgot her memory because when she was with Baba Yaga, she just thought that she was like her caretaker. And so when we did go to the Oracle and she had to ask her own questions, I think that's when the Oracle pretty much told her exactly what role she had in everything, and she found out that she could possibly be the bat. So that's when I guess that's probably why she like left and went with Grandfather Spider. Like it could have all been a big trick, and she went with her or went
Hmm.
with Grandfather Spider.
Right. So yeah, basically like what Kyle and I are leading into is that basically if you put together all of the pieces of the puzzle and the description of the bat and also compare that to what we know about Mallory and or really what we don't know about Mallory because we don't know much about her, you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
kind of get this whole idea or set this whole thing up where it's like, okay, a lot of things make sense about why she'd be the bat and also not only that, but why she was with Grandmother Raven because if she is the bat, but not if she's not only the bat, but she's also Grandfather Spider's heart somehow, then that would explain why Grandmother Raven has her, and it would
Hmm.
also explain maybe perhaps her name because Grandmother Raven could have just changed her name to Mallory to mean Little Raven, and it would maybe explain why she was with Baba Yaga because regardless in all of this. Mallory growing up with Baba Yaga didn't really make much sense, whether she's Grandfather
Yeah.
Spider's child or Grandmother Raven's child, because she's not Baba Yaga's child. So
Hmm.
that could have all been some type of deception or some type of ploy for Grandmother Raven to basically hide Mallory's real identity from her. And that is why she then went and talked to the Oracle to find out if she was the bat and didn't want us to come because maybe we'd tell Grandmother Raven or we'd grow suspicious. However, she like if she really is trying to figure out who she really is and find her own path and stuff, that means she's probably not fully like leaned onto one side. So there could be some type of twist at the end of Imperia where Grandfather Spider is actually he's actually betrayed by Mallory, who decides to maybe change
Yeah.
her heart, or change her mind, and go with us again, or where she completely just betrays us. Like so, it really is unbalanced. Right now, we don't know what she'll end up doing. Like we don't know anything about Mallory really when you think about it,
Mm. Yeah. Exactly.
and that kind of
Well, one.
like leads into the hidden lands and like the broken shores, and
Yeah. Yeah.
how we were saying, like, at the end of Imperia, we think there's going to be like a cliffhanger, possibly. You know, something's going to happen for sure.
Hmm. And another thing I also wanted to throw in there is one of my friends actually told me about it, and I already told you about it. Um, but so like we said that they all can transform into like a different form, and you know, the rat can turn into like Rasputin, and then the scorpion is Lord Xerxes, and if the bat is Mallory, um, they all go by a different age. Like they're all like oldish, middle child, and like youngest. So the Rasputin is like the oldest child, and then Lord Xerxes is like the middle looking child. Like he looks a lot like, you know, younger than Rasputin. And then if Mallory, if she is the bat, you know, the bat being the youngest, Mallory looks like the youngest child.
Exactly. Exactly. Like that is definitely a huge thing, guys, that we like were talking about when Kyle brought that up. I never realized that. If you think about that, like if you really think about the ages and you know how Mallory is kind of like a teenager or maybe a young adult, we don't really know.
Hmm.
That
Yeah.
kind of does make a lot of sense, you know, of why she'd be the bat. And also, um, going back to like the whole grandfather spider thing, with the end of Mirage, we were also talking about this earlier with ourselves. We were talking about how Grandfather Spider basically he's captured Mallory now, and that's leading into Imperia. We're probably gonna have to end up going to save her and stuff. However, if she is the bat and she maybe has talked to old Cobb after she found out about her real identity from the Oracle, maybe they set that entire thing up, and that's just a plot to get us to follow them to Imperia, and
Yeah.
eventually we're gonna end up basically in there in that whole trap. You know, like this kind of a lot of this makes a lot of sense when you put it together.
Yeah. Really spoopy.
So we covered all of the evidence. You think we got all of it?
Yeah, I think that's pretty much. I think that's pretty much it. I mean, I guess we could throw in there like when she went to Ravenwood, that was actually after the fact that she talked to the Oracle. So she talked to the Oracle, found out
Yeah,
quote unquote who she was, then went to Ravenwood and started
right.
learning quote unquote who.
Spy stuff, guys.
Yeah,
Spy
yeah, exactly. So
stuff,
she could have went there and learned a bunch of information while she was at Ravenwood.
guys. She is a Russian spy, confirmed.
Confirmed.
We confirmed, bro. So I mean, let us know what you guys think in the comment section. Tell us if you
Mhm.
think there's some other people that you think could be the bat that we maybe forgot, or just you know talk about
Yeah.
some of the people we mentioned earlier in the vid: Santiago, Velma, Shane Von Shane. Tell us what you think about our main theory of Mallory being the bat, because a lot of things definitely hint at that. And let us know what other videos you'd like us to make in the future together. We can do theories, we can do PvP, it's whatever. Go sub to Kyle. I will drop his link down below in the description for you all. Anything you want to say, dude?
I hope you all have a great day and be safe in the storm because you heard about the storm, right, too,
Ooh,
man?
yeah,
Yeah.
be safe, guys.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, and you have a Twitter, so yeah, I'll put your link in the description for your Twitter as well.
All right, cool.
And
Well, guys,
yeah,
follow us up, and I'll see you all in my next vid.
alrighty,
Peace.
later.